Good morning, dear students. I'm Dr. Kiran Deshwal, Assistant Professor English, and we are doing Getting Up on Cold Mornings, composed by Leigh. In this essay, Leigh shares his pain of getting up on cold mornings, and in this video lecture, we will see what he says next. He is presenting arguments in favor of getting up late in cold mornings. An ingenious liar in bed will find hard matter of discussion even on the score of health and longevity. He will ask us for our proofs and precedents of the ill effects of lying later in cold weather and sophisticate much on the advantage of an even temperature of body. So he says that a person who loves to lie in bed for late will defend his argument by saying that it keeps you warm, it keeps you healthy to get up early in cold mornings and sophisticate much on the advantage of an even temperature of body, of the natural propensity pretty universal to have one's way, and of the animals that roll themselves up and sleep all the winter. As to longevity, he will ask whether the longest life is of necessity the best, and whether Holborn is the handsomest street in London. So he will argue in this manner that is longevity guaranteed to us? We only know of one confounding, not to say confounded argument fit to overturn the used luxury, the enormous bliss of the wise in question. So here Leigh wants to say that we only know of one confounding, not to say confounded argument. We can give only one argument which is fit to overturn the used luxury and the enormous bliss. He calls it an enormous bliss, a very big bliss of the wise in question. A liar in bed may be allowed to profess a disinterested indifference for his health or longevity. He says that a person who wants to keep lying in bed for longer, so a liar in bed may be allowed to profess a disinterested indifference for his health or longevity. So people say that it is good to get up early because it keeps you healthy, and if you will be healthy you will live for long. So if you keep lying in bed for late, it will make you lazy, and laziness decreases your life. So here the author wants to say that a liar in bed may be allowed to profess a disinterested indifference. So if you want to keep lying, you can show your disinterest in this saying that you will be healthy and you will live a longer life. So healthiness and longevity can be denied. You can show indifference and disinterest towards them because you want to keep lying for long for his health or longevity, but while he is showing the reasonableness of consulting his own or one person's comfort, he must admit the proportionate claim of more than one, and the best way to deal with him is this, especially for a lady, for we earnestly recommend the use of that sex on such occasions, if not somewhat over persuasive, since extremes have an awkward knack of meeting. First, then, admit all the ingenuousness of what he says, telling him that the bar has been deprived of an excellent lawyer. Then look at him in the most good-natured manner in the world, with a mixture of assent and appeal in your countenance, and tell him that you are waiting breakfast for him, that you never like to breakfast without him, that you really want it too, that the servants want theirs, that you shall not know how to get the house into order unless he rises, and that you are sure he would do things 20 times worse even then getting out of his warm bed to put them all into good humor and a state of comfort. So here we have a very logical description, and if you want to make someone agree on getting up early, first of all you have to admit so many things, like first then admit all the ingeniousness of what he says. The liar, the person who wants to keep lying for long, first of all we have to admit all the ingenious of what he says, and we have to telling him that the bar has been deprived of an excellent lawyer. So if he is a lawyer, you can say that without your presence the bar will be empty, it will lost its importance, so he will think that I should go there. Then look at him in the most good natured manner in the world, then he will think that people need me and I should get up, with a mixture of assent and appeal in your countenance, and he will realize that this person wants me to come out from my bed, and tell him that you are waiting breakfast for him. If he will realize that you are waiting for him for the breakfast, he will get up, that you never like to breakfast without him. If he come to know that you won't have your breakfast without him, then he will get up, that you really want it too, that the servants want theirs, that you shall not how to get the house in order. And if you make him realize that it is you who will who can do things better, so uh, you will be motivated to get up early so that you can set the house in order. Unless he rises and that you are sure he would do things 20 times worse, even than getting out of his warm bed. And even if you know that it is okay if he is keep lying, you can do the things on your own, still if you want him or her to come out from the bed, you have to say things which are pleasing for him, which can inspire him to come out, to put them all into good humor and a state of comfort. Then, after having said this, throw in the comparatively indifferent manner to him about his health, but tell him that it is no indifferent matter to you. And finally, you can say that if you get up early, if you get up on time, your health, you will be healthy, your health will be okay, your health will be good. Even then, if he doesn't pay attention, you can say that I don't care for that. You can do what you want to him about his health, but tell him that it is no indifferent matter to you, that the sight of his illness makes more people suffer than one, but that if nevertheless he really does feel so very sleepy and so very much refreshed by, yet stay, we hardly know whether the frailty of a yes, say that too, especially if you say it with sincerity. For if the weakness of human nature on the one hand and the wish inertiate on the other should lead him to take advantage of it once or twice, good humor and sincerity form an irresistible junction at last, and are still better and warmer things than pillows and blankets. So he will realize that that the sight of his illness make more people suffer than one. You can tell him that your health matters for us, if you fall ill it will make us sad, but that if nevertheless he really does feel so very sleepy and so very much refreshed by, and you can say that by lying in bed you can feel sleepy all the time, you can feel lazy, yet stay, we hardly know whether the frailty of a yes, if you keep saying yes, it will make him frail and he will come out. Say that too, especially if you say it with sincerity, and you have to say that with sincerity. For if the weakness of human nature on the one hand and the wish inertiate on the other should lead him to take advantage of it once or twice, good humor and sincerity form an irresistible junction at last, and are still better and warmer things than pillows and blankets. So, good nature and humanity are better than pillows and blankets. Other little helps of appeal. So, this can be an appeal to make someone to get up early on cold mornings. If you appeal in pleasing manner, it will inspire or motivate a person to come out from the bed. Other little helps of appeal may be thrown in or as occasions requires. You may tell a lover, for instance, that lying in bed makes people corpulent. A father that you wish him to complete the fine manly example he sets his children. So, to a lover, you can say that lying in bed for more time make people corpulent, and if, to a father you can say that if you get up early your children will also get up early. If you keep lying for late your children will also keep lying for late. So be a good father for your children, be a perfect father and set a perfect example for that so that they can follow it, that she will ensure her bloom or her shape. And if a lady keeps lying, she can destroy her shape and her health and her beauty, which M or W admires so much. So, a woman is greedy for beauty and she will follow the example and she will get up early. As a student or artist, so here Leigh Hunt giving suggestions for particular persons that how can you make them agree to get out from their bed on cold mornings. And to a student or artist, that he is always so glad to have done a good day's work in his best manner. To a student you can say that if you get up early you can do your best, and to an artist you can say that if you get up early it will help you to cherish your art. Reader and pray, Mr. Indicator, how do you behave yourself in this respect? But how will you make yourself ready to get up early? To these people, you can say all these things and they will get up. But what will you do with yourself? So, the writer is very frank and very honest towards himself. Indic, oh madam, perfectly of course, like all advisers. I will also follow my advice also. Reader, nay, I allow that your mode of argument does not look quite so suspicious as the old way of sermonizing and severity. But I have my doubts, especially from the laugh of yours. If you are laughing, I have doubt in it. If I should look in tomorrow morning, Indic, ah, madam, the look in of a face like yours does anything with me. It shall fetch me up at 9, if you please. 6, I mean to say. So, the author ends the essay with a humorous note that I can get up at 9, but I mean to say I can get up at 6. So, here our essay is complete, where Leigh Hunt finally agrees that if you if you inspire yourself you can get up early, and it's not a tough task, it's a easy task, and you can suggest and advise other people to do so. Thanks for watching. We will be continuing our next video.